Hey guys, this is FPLOON, and then this is part one of four, I think, of my experience at EQLA. And I'm gonna be starting with day one. Yeah. Now the whole car ride there, it was pretty okay. I mean, my friend and I. By the way, my friend is UT user, so on the South End too. Just to throw that out there, and we're going up there. We're listening to some pony music all the way up there. And of course, we drive to where the convention center is. We sort of pass the hotel because we sort of forgot where the street was, and we actually figured out where the hotel was, but we didn't exactly check into the hotel because we wanted to get to the convention so that way we can go and get our badges in. So we walk over to the convention. We run into this fellow brony who basically sort of guides us to where we need to go. So unfortunately, he wouldn't be able to actually go to the state convention, so he was like, you know, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy it for yourselves. Enjoy it for me. I probably said a little bit different. I'm probably paraphrasing that, but that's basically what he was trying to say, and that was pretty damn cool. And of course, as we're about to get our badges, and of course we're supposed to be showing our confirmation thing and our ID to show that yes, we are so and so about to pick up our badge that has a nickname that's in larger print than our actual name that we registered in, but whatevers. And so we go in, and I go to the go. Of course, I go to the woman that's at the stand. I'm like, hi, my name is Joseph. That's Joseph Houses. That's spelled house with an R at the end. And of course, I get my badge without even have to show my ID or even sort of confirmation thing. And of course, my friend and I were a little confused on that since we spent some time actually printing those out. And I guess I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they were being so generous that they trusted us, and that was pretty awesome. So anyway, this was the badge on it. As you can clearly see, it says Computerosis on there. So if you saw part 0, I would have said this was Computerosis. I'm like, Computerosis? No, this is for FPLOON. And I was talking about the badge here because I went as Computerosis on my badge right here. So of course we get our badges and of course we go in, we get our seats, getting ready for the opening ceremony, and of course we end up seeing, and of course we seen like Saber Sparks and Dusty Cats over there, and of course my friend, he wanted to say hi to Saber Sparks because he really likes Saber Sparks, and of course as he's saying hi to Saber Sparks as he's passing by us, all of a sudden Saber Sparks he stops and he looks at me. He's like, "Wait, main 6?" And I'm like, huh?" And apparently he confused me for one of the main 6 devs. I mean, I know one of them's black, but do I really look like main 6 dev? Really? But he probably felt really embarrassed on that. But so, whatever on that. And so, of course, the opening ceremony. If you saw on the live stream, it was just as awesome as it is, even better as in real life. I think one of the biggest unexpected things that did happen was the guy who literally proposed to his fiancee on stage. And arguably that was just the first of many surprises to happen. And of course, we're playing Love is in Bloom and all that. It's like it was amazing on that. And so after the whole closing ceremony, we basically go and leave for the vendors hall, and of course we're checking out the vendors. There's uh I get to talk to Sorak a little bit, and I get to draw for him for his contest. It was it was pretty awesome on that. Even my friend, he bought a Trixie poster there, which of course it said, "Come see the great and powerful Trixie." No, it was amazing. I even and of course while he's paying for that poster, I run into the guy who was basically cosplaying in a full Faustacon suit, and I recognized the dude because I've seen him before. I've seen him in other SoCal Brony meetups. I remember seeing him the first time at an anime convention called Anime Kanji. and seeing, and of course, and seeing him there on that. But anyway, that and what's interesting about that is that his friend who's dressed up as Doctor Who's full himself. I also know him as well, so I knew both of them already. I knew them all the way back from Anime Kanji. It was pretty amazing on that. And of course, down on the main floor, people were like getting their pictures taken with of course our Celestia and Luna. And of course I got my picture. I was like all swagged out, like, yeah, I'm so G, hanging out with the two princesses. That's what's up. And so of course if you see the picture during the write-up, it's pretty interesting. And basically we have our time around the floor. We try to get into the second vendor's main because basically they're only allowing like a limited amount of people per time. And the random thing that happened in the line, well, besides the fact that that apparently the line started diverting in and out through the panel, it was weird. This one guy, he comes up and he's like, "Who wants free blind bags?" And then of course he starts throwing them out. He starts throwing out blind bags. He even gave some away. And of course I was able to get one. And of course I already pre-opened it already. And of course it was hang on. It was this, otherwise known as Sweetie Swirl. And if you've seen me do the wave-free blind bag opening, I'm gonna assume none of you have. I usually would read the cards, and so it says Sweetie Swirl loves ice cream. Instead of choosing between two flavors, she swirls them together, which basically that's just how I do with like any drink or soda at all. If you give me multiple choices of soda, I'm going to mix them all up. That's just how I roll. I'm that indecisive. No, I just like all the flavors. I can't just choose one. Unless I'm in the drive-thru, and then I have no choice but to choose one. Ugh. But anyways, you know, tracked on there. And so we get to the first panel that we wanted to go to, which is what was it? Oh yeah, the pony physics. It's with the guy who did the physics presentation, like a little over a year ago, and he was doing all these different physics things, and I was probably one of those few people that actually understood like all the terminology that he was doing there. I don't know if my friend was or even cared that much for the terminology, but I knew the old terminology, so I guess it made me feel smart in the inside. It was, that happens to me a lot sometimes. And of course, and this is something that I did. My friend didn't really do this, but I kind of did. And basically, after the pony physics, I basically stayed in the same spot that we were in through the rest of the panels, because basically from pony phases all the way down to the pony.move extravaganza, I basically just stayed there for the entire panels. I mean, I didn't go out to get lunch at the food court or anything like my friend did. No, it was just staying at those panels. Mostly because of the fact that when I saw the schedule for it beforehand and I saw these awesome panels I wanted to go to, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be basically just gonna stay here in this one spot. Oh no, you can go to the bathroom or go get something at the concession stand. I'm just gonna be here, just watching every panel back to back. And of course, he did stay me through the majority of the panels. Like he did stay through Attack of the Riders. He did stay through how to draw ponies, the easy approach. Even stay for the voice actors panel. I mean, who wouldn't want to go for the voice actors panel? Of course, if you saw live stream, Tara was of course late and she had to go to a bar mitzvah, so we'll give her leeway on that. But still, it was still pretty awesome just to see these panels itself. So it was still pretty amazing, and of course the whole like people will be animating car sale, them selling cars and cars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone's on the verge of that. Black Griffiths, this is Philly Productions. I know some of you are trying to go animate that. I know that you will be animating it. So hopefully you will on that. And of course, we even stayed through Lauren Faust and New Hope, which basically I got already told she was about to cry again. I think through the entire time there was like another instance, but I will get to it when it comes up. And of course, before I close the video off and go to part 2 of day one, um, this is after the Lauren Faust panel, and of course my friend he goes and goes to the concession stand during intermission, because during the intermission mission they will on the projectors they will go play the schedule for the events that's going to happen, the sponsors, all the people who basically donated through the Kickstarter, the volunteers, the staff itself, and even throwing some little trivia things. All while, like in the background, you hear Pony's Live Brony related music. Usually stuff that's instrumental. But of course they start playing Party with Pinky, and unfortunately it's the Party with Pinky mashed up with Gangnam Style. I don't know why I said unfortunately. That's fortunately. That's actually. And of course when people figured out what was playing, all of a sudden Gangnam Style, and we're doing it during the intermission. It's so amazing. It's on that, and of course, if you saw the clip with Dusty Cats on that was during that intermission. It was just amazing on there. Like, it was just awesome on there. Unfortunately, I did later. I found a video that does show that intermission, or at least a snippet of that intermission. Unfortunately, it comes from a YouTube user going by the name of Brony Hater, and he is one of the worst trolls ever. But enough of that. Time to move on to part 2. So, FPLOON, see you in part 2 of day 1 of my experience at Equestria LA. I gotta stop doing this, but it feels so right. Yeah. I'm never gonna hear the end of this. Never. But I'm fine with that. I can deal with that.